It's the holiday season, and some of this music is really exciting. So just along with your holiday music, you should be listening to this. We're at the tail end of our semester, and we have 3 rehearsals left. This is the first of the three last rehearsals. And I think that's the last 25% of the rehearsal process that we have for the fall. And the way we rehearse is that we start off with an idea of creating and an understanding of what the piece is about. Not only the whole piece, but the parts of the pieces, the movements themselves, and figuring out, what the impact is, what's special about them, what are the overarching musical aspects that we want to bring out. Then we work on the technical aspects, the notes, rhythms, the intonation, the ensemble, the pronunciation of the notes, of the words and whatnot. And then at the very end, which we're at now, we want to get used to running the pieces, to really feel that we understand how all these little pieces that we put together come together to really create what we experienced at the beginning. And so my goal at the very end of the year is to try to run through all the repertoire as much as possible, to go through it over and over again so they get an idea of what it's like to run from the beginning to the end each time. These are all great masterworks. The Brahms Requiem was absolutely a stunning piece, not only for its audiences, but for Brahms himself too. Brahms wrote with such passion about his message and what he was experiencing and feeling. And the fact that we're only doing 2 movements is still an incredible musical experience to be able to do that. The Messiah, one of the most energetic and exciting works of the repertory, and it's exciting that in the US it's performed so often. To perform something so new and so exciting as the Ericsson's pieces, the 3 movements, the fact that he has such a connection to the poetry and an understanding of the lyrics and the text is really admirable, right? Because you have music that sometimes is formally based by structures and the words fit into that. And then you have pieces that are built around the text, like Kurt Ericsson's works. And the entire structure is based on the text. And that's very different than a Mozart Requiem or a Messiah. And then, of course, everything coming together for Chichester Psalms. Chichester Psalms should be a romp to perform, because everything Bernstein did was such vitality and such energy that you can't help but be drawn in to his charisma, even though he's been long past. And just like when he was in a room, you would be absorbed into that energy. The same thing goes in his performance of his pieces too. And so it's a very exciting concert. It's a very, very, it's a concert with incredible variety and depth, obviously, in the works that we're performing. And so I hope that we obviously have a great time performing it. And that's what I want to say in the chorus, is that these works are so different and every single one of them is special, that is what we should be engaging in now, is having fun performing it and relying on the fact that we've spent a lot of rehearsal time working on these things so that our comfort level is thus that we can perform it in the way that we want to.